Hello, Tim from Fair Play Now on the 20th of October 2021. Just a couple of observations on current news today. First of all, I noticed that the mainstream media headlines are once again absolutely full of it as far as rising deaths and rising cases are concerned. We've had a bit of a respite from that for a good sort of month or two, with all the other nonsense going on that they've been distracted by. We've had everything from the fuel nonsense to the volcano eruption in La Palma, the protests by those Insulate Britain lot, and many other kind of distractions. And I did notice last week they were starting to move back onto the whole Lurgi narrative, but then they got kind of sidetracked again by the death of that MP. But now that news has passed, they are now hammering the whole Lurgi narrative once again. And just last night, I don't know if it was yesterday afternoon or last night, Parliament have yet again extended the Lurgi Act to sort of take us through the whole of the winter until next spring, 6 months. Which isn't really a surprise. I think the likes of you and me knew that, and there's various reasons why they have to keep renewing that act in order to keep this whole scam going. It just looks like we're not going to get any respite from the whole Lurgi scam over the winter, thanks to that vote, and also thanks to, yet again, the idiotic mainstream media doing their thing to sort of ramp up the whole narrative again. So I'm not sure where we're going to end up with that. Heaven knows, really. But we all know that it's a scam and that these things are part of the scam. And you kind of just wonder really why we can see that it's a scam, and yet everybody else out there they just can't seem to see it. Because not only is it a scam, it's kind of pretty obvious that it's a scam as well. When you sort of look at the things, you look at the test that goes up there and how they're no good, and they're just used to sort of say, oh yes, the cases are rising, even though those tests are no good whatsoever. And then if you've had one of those particular tests and then you pass away within 28 days of such a test, you are sort of classified as a Lurgi death. So it is pretty obvious that it is a scam. And yet you just sort of think, what makes us so different? How come we can spot that it's a scam and all that lot out there can't? They just sort of go along with it. I guess part of the reason is we watch little to no mainstream media, so that probably helps, doesn't it? Another one which probably helps me quite a bit, I mentioned this a few weeks ago. I used to buy and sell cars all the time in my youth. Probably every 2 or 3 months I'd be selling one car and getting another one. Not because I was a dealer. I'd be a pretty hopeless dealer, actually, car dealer, because I didn't make any money on any of them really, to speak of, and lost money normally. But just because I liked cars being a young lad, and I like sort of buying and selling them and getting something different every few months. But I did get to know the used car world quite a lot, and you used to go along and see absolute basket cases of cars, and you could sort of tell they're rubbish, even though they look smart and shiny and everything, because the seller had sort of been busy with the old body filler, getting the body filler into the rust holes, and yeah, and then the spray paint over that, and a bit of polish, a bit of tyre black, which is like this black paint stuff you can put on to bald tyres to make them look new. And I'd sometimes kind of go and help other people buy cars as well, because I got to know what to look out for quite well. And they would say, oh yeah, that car's lovely, I want to buy it. And I'd just sort of look at it from, 10 yards away and say, no, it's no good, it's part of the junk. And they'd go, well, how can you tell that? It looks fantastic. No, I want to buy it. I mean, I've fallen in love with it. And sometimes it'd be hard to talk people out of even doing that. And so I got used to seeing a rubbish car and looking out for the telltale signs. And then I guess from there it's been a bit of life experience, coming across various scams and what have you. And I'm at the stage where I can kind of tell not only a rubbish car from a good one, but also I can tell when you're looking at a scam. So I guess that's sort of stood me in good stead for the situation we're in now. So I don't know what your thoughts are on this, whether you want to leave a comment in the comment section below and just kind of enlighten me as to why you think you have been able to see through this whole nonsense, where as most people out there can't. What is the factor or factors that have helped you in this situation? I'll leave it there. No doubt be back a little bit later on with another video today. Tim from Fair Play now. Thanks for watching.